Hello, my name is Kinsey, and I'm a writer here on Substack. I joined Substack about a year and a half ago, and I really love this platform. I had an idea recently that I wanted to get to know the writers behind the post. And so I decided I'm just going to invite some writers into conversations and see how this plays out and maybe just continue this for a while. So today I have my first guest. His name is Destin. I have enjoyed reading his post, and this is going to be the first time that I meet him face to face. So come with me and join me as I interview this first guest. And there he is.
Hi, what's up?
Hello. Excited to meet you. I have really enjoyed reading your posts, especially your little notes. I love hearing about your kids, your grandma, all of the things. So I just want an opportunity to learn more about you.
hmm
So why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. First off, I want to say thank you to you for giving me this opportunity. I'm pretty shy, like just let out, I'm pretty shy, but I'll get through this. Um, I'm an immigrant. I'm from the Pacific Northwest. Grandson. I love to write. I have three sons, and my main job for me, like the one I do want to do the best, is to be the greatest dad for them, which is
Mm,
what I didn't have growing up.
mm.
Um, but yeah, that's pretty much.
That's pretty much it.
I mean, yeah, I work like part time, and then my wife will switch off. So we have the main thing is for us is to have someone always with the kids. I think it's because I grew up, how I grew up. So I want to. I'm like really protective of my kids. I want to be around them all the time.
Right. That's
Um,
kind of what stuck out with me when I saw
mhm,
you writing these tender little posts about your boys and just I could just see your heart, your love for them and how much you wanted to leave a legacy and
mhm.
be present and be very intentional. And honestly, I would say that feels very unusual to me. I haven't seen that a lot. And for your age, it just feels really inspirational.
Mm.
So,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, it's because one, I grew up in an abusive my stepdad was very abusive to me.
Mm,
But I had my grandma, so she showed me a lot of things that I want to teach my kids because she used to like traveling. It was like more of like a teaching thing for me. Like growing up, I just thought it was she wanted to take me to like Iceland to see stuff or Vietnam to see my family and stuff like that. But it's more of like show me that other people how they live and how another culture is. So you kind of like have another lens of how other people see it. So you probably see it through my writing because I'm like pretty reflective with stuff. I'm always trying to see like keep in my head that someone else's perspective of something and how like what my writing can help them see it like that.
yeah, that's great. So, what inspired you to start writing on Substack?
With Substack was kind of weird. I actually didn't. I started a year ago about this time. Actually, I'm writing an article right now. And I think I read someone's article from Google that was a Substack, and I didn't know honestly didn't know what it was. I mean, I the last time I blogged was like Zanga. I don't know if you remember Zanga. It
Yeah,
was kind of like
uh-uh.
it was like right during the MySpace time. It's like a blog. So I did that, but I didn't know much about newsletters or blogging. So I read the article. I was like, it's pretty cool. So I signed up and then I started seeing, you know, Substack and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I like because I really don't go around social media that much because it's just so much stuff for me,
Yeah.
especially with the kids. But I did that and then I think I wrote like a couple articles and I saw some notes, but I was just like didn't know what's going on. So during that time, my grandma she was put into hospice. So I wanted to write more, but then, I wanted to deal with that. So I just was just hanging out in Substack, basically reading more.
Mm.
And I wrote it. I remember it was in November. I wrote an article. It's the pinned article I have, of my grandma. And it was just like during the time that she was in hospice. And basically, it was like a tribute to her. I barely
Mhm.
edited it. I just wrote, like, it was just a bunch of emotions and stuff like that. And then, yeah, and then she passed away like before Thanksgiving. So I took like 7 months off. Like
Mm,
just everything. It wasn't just Substack or anything. It was just like I just
right.
wanted to take time just to reflect on life because
Mhm.
I lost the most important person in my life.
Mm,
So I took that time off and I decided to come back because I was going through my grandma's stuff. I still haven't I don't know if you read the piece, The Lion in the Mirror. I talk about that room where it's my grandma's condo and it's gonna be up for sale like I think next year. And I still have
mhm,
to go back there to grab all my stuff because this she literally gave me a room to stay at, but I never stayed there during childhood. I just came over when I needed something or she wanted me or to visit her, which I did like, periodically. But yeah, I have to go through that room sometime pretty soon and it has all my childhood stuff and
mhm.
everything with grandma in it. So on
Yeah.
the wall in that room, there's a cutout of a cat looking at the mirror and seeing a lion. And yeah, that's why I wrote that piece. So it
Okay.
was basically, and it was like at the bed where I stayed the night there probably like 2 or 3 times in my life. But I remember one night I saw it and I just thought about it. But after she passed away, like someone like that passing away, you think about stuff.
Hmm.
And so I just thought about, I'm like, maybe I think grandma left that there so I could see that symbol of, I've always been the lion. I just was just the cat not seeing himself yet. So it's pretty powerful for me.
Very. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
she saw
that
something in you that you didn't see in that
yeah.
poster or picture.
And that's
Yeah.
like pretty much what grandma does. She just doesn't tell me stuff, but she puts it in front of me and she expects
Mm,
me to like somehow find it. And she's always taught me that like throughout my experiences with her. And I'm very, very close with her. Talk
mm,
about everything. It's like I used to come over like weekly and we just sit there and we just talk and
mm.
politics, life, who am I dating, everything. It's just, just
Wow.
everything.
That is such a special relationship.
Yeah.
So, like, what year did she die?
She died last year.
Last
Hmm.
year.
Yeah. So right after I started Substack, so she
Mm.
died. I started in August, like 25th, I think, and then she
Mm.
died in November. So
Oh, wow.
yeah. So
Wow.
I'm still yeah, I'm still going
Yeah,
through it.
you're still grieving a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and
And
that's
that's
partially why the writing, sorry to cut you off. The writing is pretty much me healing too.
mm, that's
Mhm.
beautiful. And it is a great way to bring healing, right? So wonderful. I mean, I love the story and how you brought her in. And she's some of the things I've read that she's the one to encourage you to write.
Correct.
Wow. She saw something in you.
Yes. When I first came to the States, I was 5. I had to take ESL. English was very hard for me.
Mm,
I had a hard time with it for the first 2 years. I think she saw me when I was 6. She met me when I was 6. So she sponsored my stepfather. This is how our relationship is. Who my mom met like as soon as she came here. Like, and then um, and then she got to meet me, and that's how she's my. I call her grandma, but we're not blood related. But she's like,
oh,
yeah. And then
wow. So what kind of
yeah,
relationship did she have with your family?
my mom is basically her granddaughter, but
Okay.
yeah, but
Yeah.
for a period, that's how it was. But she would just come. She saw me, and then she just I don't know something clicked, and then she just asked my mom if she could take me out to to teach me
Hmm.
English and show me stuff. So she would just drive me around, and we would just learn English and count and all that stuff like that. But
Wow.
we'll count like the bird nests here in Northwest Pacific Northwest when it's like in the fall. There was no leaves and stuff, and then we just drive around, talk. And at first I was like, who is this lady? Like, why does she care so much about me? Because you're 6, 7 year old toddler. Like, what's going on? But I started getting closer and connected with her because my relationship with my mom is not like that close because
Mm,
she had another son, and my stepfather he doesn't like me. So
mm,
after that, grandma realized he wasn't really who he was. He said he was.
yes.
So yeah, I basically became family. Like she told me everything was just like T T. She called me T, because my name wasn't always Destin. I'm gonna write about this later. But yeah, so she calls me T and everything is she talks about me like all the time, like with everyone. She's like always super excited. Everything. It's just like I don't know. I miss her.
Oh, I miss her and I don't even know her.
Yeah, you're gonna know
You-
about her.
I mean,
Everything
she
is about her.
sounds, wow, so delightful. What a gift, right?
Hmm.
What a gift. And you
Yeah.
noticed that. That's even a greater gift is that you noticed what she poured into you and how valuable that was.
Yeah. It took me some time. I was, because when you're going through stuff at home, especially with like abusive, someone abusive and stuff, you kind of like block everyone out and just like try to survive.
Right.
So at first I always loved her. I was grateful, but I didn't really think about it much until like my teen years when I realized grandma really loves me. Like she
Mm.
does all this stuff for me, and like as you get older, a little older, you start thinking back. Life is not as it's
Mhm.
it's a lot different, So I realized that, and I started like that's when I started like seeing her more,
Mm.
recording stuff, writing stuff down. I have a lot of like stuff, just me and grandma, because I wanted to remember everything. Because my one fear was always what happens when grandma's not here, because that was my anchor in life, and you know, and so I wanted to record everything and archive as much as I can. And then the thing that was tough was it's like I kind of like how I wanted to like save a memory,
Mm.
all the memories of me and her. And then the way she went out was she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's
Mm.
in 2017,
Mm.
which is when I went to China 2016. It was like a study abroad program, and then I was actually excited. It was like a 1 year where I
Mhm.
was teaching English and learning Chinese at the same time. But halfway through, 6, 7 months way through, she fell,
Mm.
and then I had a call, and then they diagnosed her with Alzheimer's and like
Mm.
mild, I think so, like dementia, but like kind of
Mhm.
like extreme or something like that. So I had a choice to make. I was like, either I still stay here and study in like a different country or come back. And I came back.
Mm.
So I changed my major and came back, and I don't regret it because I spent more time with my grandma. But sometimes I think about like kind of changed how my life went. Like,
Right.
but it was yeah.
It's that sounded, I mean, that's living by your values, right?
Hmm.
It's like you valued that relationship enough to put a hold on what you were doing and come back and take care of her. I
Hmm.
don't know if you took care of her, but you were with her through
Yeah,
the final days.
yeah. I wanted just to be there, like
Mhm.
like be different, to see her more and everything. So
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, you can't do that over in in China.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
it
it
was
sound go ahead.
yeah,
Keep going.
it was tough because yeah, Alzheimer's it was really tough because you see it writing on the wall once you see a diagnosis that because I started reading about it, I started researching about it, like over time they're gonna lose their memory and stuff. But it was
Mm.
crazy because she still remembered me to the very day, the last day, and I was
Wow.
the only one. It was just so crazy to me. Like her like biological son and daughters. Yeah, and she forgot
Wow.
everyone, but she remembered me. And then
It makes me keep going.
I brought my son over, my oldest son, and um, she would point at him and like look at me and say, "Hey, it's T," but then she called me T too, and I was just like, "What?" But yeah, it
So
was
she had Alzheimer's or dementia for quite a few years before she passed away.
yeah, around 2017 to so like almost
Wow.
10, 9, 10 years. Yeah,
Wow.
but it didn't get bad to the last 3 years.
Hmm. What was that like for you?
It was tough. At first, I just told myself I need to see her more. I need to do all this stuff with her more and more. But I lived too, so I was in school and I was trying to. It affected me mentally for the first 3, 4 years. I was depressed and I was just like I was drinking more. I did a lot of stuff
Mhm.
like drinking and stuff just to like, quell that pain. But I after that I realized, okay, I need to get myself straight and so I can see grandma more because one day she's gonna go and I don't really know when if she's gonna forget me or whatever, and I wanna at
Mhm.
least have my talks with her while I can.
Mhm.
And then it worked out because she did get to meet my oldest son, and well, she was
Mhm.
still her brain was still operating, and then
Mhm.
but after that, the other two that came out, she didn't really then she started like not functioning as well, and
Mhm.
but she still remembered me. Like I would come over and talk to her, and then she would just like, "Hey T," and she'll like talk for like 30 seconds or so. You get that, you get them for like 30 seconds, and they'll just phase out for a little bit, and then snap back and like, "Hey T, it's you. I love you, honey." And then it's like just the same 30 seconds over and over. Well,
Oh.
yeah, it was
Oh
tough.
my.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, so tough. Like she was the most significant person in your life, it sounds like,
She is, yeah,
in your years of
100%.
development.
Hmm.
Wow. So losing her was a huge loss. Wow.
Yes, it was the toughest one. Yeah,
Mm.
I lost her. I lost my two grandparents, my biological ones, which they pretty much raised me. Right before hers, like 2 years before. My dog I had for like 10 years, and then my uncle. I lost like six, seven people within like 3 years. But
Wow.
the one that
Wow.
affected me the most was grandma.
Mhm.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a negative because I kind of, Alzheimer's, you kind of prepare yourself for it, but it changed my life. It made me like realize I've always wanted to write a book about grandma, and
Mhm.
I started like really doing that when I made my YouTube channel, just writing more. But that's why the book's name is going to be called Chasing Time, because I
Mm.
wanted to write it and somehow get it done before grandma passed away, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So
Mm.
still gonna keep the title, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But that's your way of keeping her alive, huh?
Hmm.
That is so beautiful, Destin. I love that. I love that
Hmm.
story. Yeah. I mean, I already am in love with her just from the little bit that I've
Mm,
read. I'm like, wow, what a gift. What a treasure
yeah.
she offered you and you offered to her. I'm sure
Mm,
that, I mean, the fact that she could only remember your name is
yeah.
quite
My
impressive.
my uncle, her oldest son, the only surviving family of I have actually when I changed my name, I'm carrying her last name in my middle name, Baker. Um, so my name is Destin Baker, and then my last name is my dad's last name, Tran.
Mhm.
But before that, the name wasn't that. I changed it. But anyways, he said that as much as you think grandma is like the most special person to you, and you like she's affected you like this much, you also gave her like
Mhm.
you affected her because she was going through. I guess she was going through. I guess the love of her life. He was a doctor.
Mhm.
He had just passed away. His name is
Mhm.
Joe. He's pretty. He was John. He was President Ronald Reagan's personal doctor.
Wow.
Weird in Oregon is weird. I don't know, but something like that. But yeah, he passed away. So she was like depressed for those years, for a couple of
Mhm.
years, and then that's when I came in, and then she saw me. So kind of like he said that basically he saw his mom get happier when he met me,
Mhm.
when she met me. So
Oh, how sweet. So y'all were
yeah,
just such a gift to each other.
it
And
was.
you were
Hmm.
balm for her hurting heart. And she was
Hmm.
balm for your abused heart, right?
Correct.
That is so beautiful. I love that. And I so admire her. But I also admire you for your intentionality of keeping that relationship going.
Hmm.
It seems really unusual, Destin, for
It's
someone
because
your age.
I, I I love her so much. I don't want her. I want people to know
Mhm.
about her because basically what she did for me, and
Mhm.
also yeah, and by doing that, I hope it brings it helps people out too. Um,
Right. So you're
very
wanting,
powerful woman.
yeah. So you're wanting to keep her memory alive, but what else drives your writing here on Substack?
Okay, so grandma's the most important one, and after that would be my sons, obviously,
Mhm.
because it's legacy writing. I don't only write legacy, but I also like fiction. I also like building. build worlds in fiction, but here we'll talk about legacy. Um, because I didn't have a dad growing up that was present. My dad's in Vietnam,
Mm,
so I had a stepdad who
yeah.
didn't like me when he first saw me. So it wasn't a
Mm,
relationship. So I wanted to be the father that I never had,
right.
and so like I've always wanted kids growing up. Like it's weird. I've always wanted kids, and I always wanted to be the father that I didn't have. So
Right.
basically, the best version of something I wanted, but I didn't
Hmm.
have. So basically, what I do is like I want to write and archive all these experiences and thoughts,
Mm,
and whether they're like happy, reflective, or sad, or whatever. And I want my children, if they choose to later, to have a way of seeing my voice through my writing,
right.
in case I'm not here anymore.
Right.
And I think it's something that'd be cool for
It's
them.
it's it's more than cool. It's extremely significant because the more we know of our backgrounds, the better we
Mhm.
understand ourselves, right?
Yeah, and then that too. I'm starting to like learn a lot more about myself, just writing about
Hmm.
about myself, and yeah, and then the last thing would be for that child in the basement. I call him the kid, the invisible boy in the basement, that had no voice. So basically, my writing, a lot of it, when I talk about like the reflective stuff, is me voicing my voice finally and
Right.
having it heard. So.
Yeah, that's a really good form of therapy. I'm a trauma coach, so everything you're saying, I'm like, I'm wanting to just pull out those threads and let's go there, but that's not really what this conversation is about. But
Hmm.
yeah, I can hear it, I can see it, I can feel it, and it feels really significant. I think it's fun to get the background of the writers. One of the things that inspired me, one of the writers that I follow shared some of her backstory, and I'm like, whoa, she is writing her in a very challenged situation. She is writing with physical pain, a lot
Mm.
of issues going on, but her writing is amazing, and she's putting it out there. She has every reason not to, you
Cool.
know.
I want to read. I want to read it.
Then I thought, I that made me want to read her stuff more. So I'm like, well, let's
Mm.
get some writers on here so more people can see the backstory. And
Hmm.
kind of, I think that personal touch is really important, right?
Hmm. Especially with
So
all this
I'm
stuff going on
actually
right now.
I'm trying to target, and this is our first one, but I'm targeting those who have less than 1,000
Hmm.
subscribers because I'd love to give people a leg up if that can help, right?
Hmm.
And I think your writing is worth noticing. So I
Mm.
hope that this will maybe promote some of that.
Cool.
So I have some questions for you. Yeah, like what do you hope happens when someone reads your work?
For me, so basically, I'm writing for my children and my grandma, and everyone else is like a witness to if to what happened to me and whatnot. But I want them to see like a mirror. So
Mm,
basically, sometimes I structure my writing. I pick something like, for instance, the plate, food, and then it's a symbol, and then I write about my experience with it, and how it growing up, it's like being shamed for like not eating or eating too much or whatnot. And then I bring in grandma because grandma is always the reverse side of what I had growing up. And she would tell me like, no, you eat till you eat till you're full. Or you eat till you finish, not till you full, something like that.
yeah.
And then with by doing that, I hope other people that have like a similar experience, they can see like a mirror, and
Mm,
basically it goes back to like how they feel about what stuff, and maybe it brings up something they didn't see or helps them
mhm.
with something. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you anticipate someone who is reading your content and saying, "Oh, that sounds so much like me." What do you hope it actually produces in them?
I've had see this is the thing, the comments is has been like so like when I write pieces, like I go to the comments and it's just like someone really enjoyed like it they took the writing and they're like, whoa, it really affected them. And like
Mm.
and I would have to sit with the comment too. I was like, dang, I didn't foresee like it doing that much, you know. But I, like someone wrote me on that piece to play. Someone actually wrote like a whole like page comment to me, and she said that it brought her back to her childhood and how like she was shamed for like eating and stuff like that, and like she understands now why I was like that and stuff like that. So it was like a positive stuff, and that's basically what I why I write. I want to help people, so it made
Mhm.
me like made my day.
Oh, I
But,
bet.
yeah.
Yeah. So she gave the response that you didn't even know you were looking for, but when you saw it, you're like, yes,
Hmm.
that's what I want my writing to do.
Hmm.
Oh, that's really sweet, Destin. And I
Yeah.
think that's probably true for a lot of us that as we write, we see the impact and it kind of helps steer us, right? In how we
Hmm.
write. But you're just like being very authentic, genuine. You're just putting it out there. And I think that's why I'm so attracted to it, why I'm drawn to it, because
Yeah,
that's
because I feel
really
like what I mentioned is like a lot of people have experiences or they have something in common with it. It's not like something that doesn't happen.
right.
And or just they just overlook it, and then because some of the comments you see people come like, oh, I just never had a word for this. I'm like, I guess it's I just open, but
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, you said some significant things like basically your writing is bearing witness. When we
Hmm.
read it, we're bearing witness to your life. And in a sense, that is helping to carry your pain and your revelations and your
Mm.
insight. And
Yes.
it's distributed more. And I think that's one of the things we learn in trauma coaching is that presence and witnessing is like huge.
Mm.
It's huge. So that's actually a form of healing for you, which is great.
But yeah, I noticed. It's been great. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think has changed in you as you've been writing?
I've I've been more reflective of stuff. Thinking about like just going back and like to lessons that grandma has taught me, and like when I see other people like on Substack, for instance, see other people say something and stuff like that, I would be more like understanding of it, I guess you could say, or more reflective of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird. It's just through me like writing, and then I guess take a step back more. I mean, I've always done that, but it's more
Mm-hmm.
with people. So like, yeah,
Right.
I guess you can say I'm softer with people.
Mm, that's beautiful. Softer with people, a different, a more, a wider, broader understanding of people and being
Hmm.
like your grandmother took you places and you learned about different cultures and all. And now the comments and stuff are doing the same thing for you in
Hmm.
a sense. That's really cool. That's the
Yes,
power of writing. Wow.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you do have a gift, and I think I read where your grandmother kind of encouraged you to do it,
Hmm.
and you
Yeah.
were not so sure, but I think I might, you can correct me if I'm wrong, seeing that you're owning it more.
Yes. Yes. She's always told me several times in my life that I'm a good writer. I'm a good writer, and I should continue writing no matter what.
Mhm.
Because when I went to college, she wanted me to pursue writing, like journalism,
Mhm.
whatever. But she never made any choice for me. She told me this is interesting. You should try it. But she never said do
Mhm.
this or that. But I didn't. I wanted to do other stuff. Because I thought I was pretty insecure about my writing because English was not my first language. I speak another language, so and I also had a name that people made fun of. So I don't know. It's all tied
Mhm.
to like just being
Right.
insecure. And then it wasn't until she passed away and I reflected more that I was like, Grandma was right. I need to keep writing. And then Substack has made me realize, yeah, I think I do have some kind of gift,
Mm-hmm.
and it actually helps someone out. So
So it's affirming you as well.
yeah.
So I wonder, like, what did you write that your grandma saw that made her know
So
that?
she would. I used to write like s- these. I've always written like notes. Like okay, so I think one thing was like when I traveled with her, and I was like maybe 7, 8, no, probably 9, and we went to Montana, and then I think I wrote about this, but I would just write bunch of stuff on the paper, and I was like, Grandma, this is this, and I was telling my whole story about it. Like it's like a fiction story, but it was like elaborate. And then she would just listen and she would ask questions. But later on, I started writing fiction, and then I remember bringing home as a fiction creative writing as story to her, where I was writing in a perspective of a Caucasian woman.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well,
and it was like
that's
a
wow.
yeah, it was a love story, but I brought into like aspects uh of like the times we traveled, like Nepal, because I used some of the words I heard over there, and I just weaved it all together. Um, but I was still young, so it was like it was kind of like a cliche ending. You know, he died, uh, and then she was like basically she had kids with him, and then she had to maneuver through life after that. But grandma read it, and she's like, "Wow, this is really powerful because you took yourself into another person's perspective, and you wrote, and this actually feels like how a Caucasian woman would feel
Right.
with this happening." I was like, "Oh, I guess so." I don't know. I was just writing,
How old were
but
you then?
17, 16.
Okay, so a
Yeah.
teenager.
Yeah.
That's that's quite impressive, actually.
Yeah. And then
That
I
you
would
could.
write poems. I have a poem I
Oh,
wrote her. I would just write. Like she saves grandma, she would save. If you go visit grandma, she would have like pictures of me
mm,
from kindergarten all the way to every single year. The thing is I have to go to her house and she would have a cake for me and it's a watermelon. I'm gonna write about this later. It's a watermelon because I don't like cake. So she would get a watermelon instead. And that day I spent with her. It's my birthday.
mm.
And we just talk and stuff like that. But she would have a picture of me every single year. And that's also the day I give her a picture of me. So over the years, somehow it became a tradition. And she would just
Wow.
post it up on her wall. So we walk in her wall, and this didn't stop till like when I turned 18. It kept going. So all the way to like when she passed away.
Wow.
So every year I had to give her a picture of me.
That is so beautiful. I love that. I mean,
Yeah.
she is just spreading her love all around. She's
She,
proclaiming it all on her walls. And
hmm
that has
hmm
to feel so good.
yes, it is. It's incredibly like
Wow.
powerful. Gave me like so much confidence.
Mm,
Because I'm insecure. I told you I'm insecure, and it's just like I'm insecure and that I have grandma. She would like bring me back up and then
mm,
maneuver me, help me like go through life. Call her anytime. She will pick up. No matter what, she will pick up. She was always there, and she's very protective of me.
mm.
Yeah, yeah,
It
she's
kind of
just
makes
always
me
there.
wonder, Destin, like, were any of your cousins or
No, it
family
was just
members
me.
jealous?
Yes. So the
I
thing is,
would imagine.
it was weird. N- Not to like throw shade at anyone, my stepfather and him not liking me. How I met my grandma that day, my mom brought over my half brother, which is my stepdad's kid with my mom, to see her,
Mm-hmm.
and he wanted my stepbrother to show my stepbrother to grandma that day, and I had to tag along because they couldn't find a babysitter for me, so I wasn't really included. But grandma being
Wow.
grandma, they bought the baby, but she saw me, and it was like my uncle Paige told me that the whole time she told me his mom, she, the whole time she told me that she just wanted to spend time with me instead of the baby, and I felt bad about it. But then you know, I think it's because she saw that I didn't have anyone, and she wanted, yeah, she just wanted to be there for me. I don't know why she picked me or
Yeah,
whatnot, but it just happened,
I
and
just, yeah, it sounds like her
yeah,
spirit just knew. She
yeah.
just
So
knew,
from
like
then on, it
she,
was just like tea and grandma. And she'd take me to trips like to Nepal, to Iceland, and then
yeah.
teach me how to drive. You-
Wow.
When I turned 21, she went bar hopping with me. Um, just just to do it.
Was that her way
Because
of keeping tabs on you, or was she
I
having fun
no,
too?
she doesn't keep tabs. Everything's fun with her because she trusts me so much with everything. That's the thing. Like she trusts me. Like it was. always like if I told her something, it's always like I didn't have to explain.
Mm,
She knew me that well.
mm.
But it was just cool that, and this is the same woman that bungee jumped twice at the age of 77 and 79. So it's,
I love her so much.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
That is so great. Those are so, did you bungee jump with her?
I know I had school, but yeah,
Oh,
she did one in Australia and then one in South America. So she traveled a lot.
what an
Yeah.
amazing woman,
Hmm.
man. I would be so great to see her, meet her, and
Yeah.
yeah.
You're
But
gonna see a
you're
lot of her through
painting a
my
really
writing.
good
So,
picture of her. You really are painting a good picture.
hmm
Yeah.
um,
So if someone were to go to your Substack, like what would you want them to read first?
I think uh probably either the lion in the mirror piece, the cat and the lion one, because
Is that the name of it? Lion in the Mirror?
I think it's called I don't I think it's called the lion in the mirror, correct. Lion in the mirror.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
the
that's
lion
the
in the
name.
mirror.
That's your signature
That's gonna be a
article.
big chapter in my so for these pieces, I'm actually writing to help me write my book later.
Mm,
Um,
mhm,
this is just like tip of the iceberg stuff, and the book will be more deeper. But that piece, because it tells you like how I got to where I am after she passed away. But um, another piece would be just the one that's pinned, which is like I'll always remember her.
mhm,
Is the one my tribute to her. That
mhm.
piece,
That's the title of it. I'll always remember her.
yeah, and that's my that's the one I wrote when I first joined Substack. Well, during the time she was in hospice, and then I left it there and I left Substack and everything else for like 7 months, and I came back.
Mm.
So yeah, if
Oh,
you read that one, then you understand more my relationship with my grandma.
right, right. Wow. That is so beautiful. I love hearing all of this.
Yeah.
Um, so we're going to do some fun stuff. Let's switch a little bit. Like what, this is one of the questions. What is something you're ridiculously enthusiastic about that has nothing to do with writing?
Um, I love lions.
You love what? Lions?
Lions, yeah.
Hmm.
Um, growing up, I watched Simba like a lot, but I don't know. It's weird. I'm also a Leo, but I've always really loved lions. Like everything with the lion, it makes me like obsessed with it. I watch a lot of lion documentaries. And then anything that has lions, pretty much, I'm drawn into it.
Oh, that is so interesting. Yeah, I kind of like
Mhm.
that with tigers. Is there anything that you would like the readers to know that I haven't asked or that you haven't said so far?
Um, Not really. I mean, other than the fact that I also do other types of writing. The legacy is just also just part of my writing. But
Mhm.
the reason why you're seeing so much legacy work right now is because my main focus now is just to try to finish my book for my grandma,
Mhm.
and then after that, I'll actually like pursue my other writing because I really like fiction,
Mhm.
and building worlds and stuff like that, and writing. I also like horror,
You
so
like
like writing
war?
like horror, yeah,
Horror.
horror
Oh, okay.
genre, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of
So
interesting. I wouldn't have thought that.
yeah, so I want to start doing all that stuff too, but the first thing is get that book for my grandma out because it just means so much to me. Just I just want to have a book of her and then have the first page of her picture in it. It's just, I don't know. It's something I want.
Yeah. Well, I can't
Uh,
wait to see the book when it comes out. Do you have
yeah.
an idea of when that will be ready? Do you have any kind
I'm
of
thinking like next fall,
mm,
trying to aim for then. Yeah, it'd be better when because I don't have limited time to write, with these kids and they're starting school soon. So like, but just here and there, I'm trying to work on it as much as I can.
mhm.
And
Do
I have
you
a rough
have family members that
outline
are
of,
okay, go ahead,
out,
sorry. Keep going.
I have an outline of it ready already. I just need to, you know, write more.
Mhm.
But
That sounds good. So a year away, that feels good. That gives you much enough time, but also makes you have to work on it.
hmm
routinely.
And then these blogs are like brainstorming for me, so they're
Hmm.
helping out a lot.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Right. And you get to tiptoe in the water, like seeing how those posts get the reactions that probably fuels more of your writing as well. Or
Correct.
yeah,
Correct.
it's such a great platform.
Yeah, I like it so much.
Yeah. And I have no idea how you came across my feed. I have no idea.
So I believed I wrote a note that became viral. I didn't know how it became viral, but it was
Really?
like, yeah, it was. I have to pull it up, but it is. I think so. Basically, it went like this: like, Substack is intimidating when you first hop on because you see. I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the whole note, but see like 1,000 subscribers here, 10,000 subscribers here, someone with a PhD,
Yeah.
um, and then someone with 20,000 subscribers asking people to comment this and that, this and that. And then, but here I am, a dad of three, just writing so that one day my children, my three sons can remember me or like learn about me if they want to or something like that. And yeah, that note got like 6,000 likes and um like like 400 restacks or something. It got me like 500 subscribers. So you might have came from that. I'm not sure, but
Maybe.
I don't know. But it just
Kind of rings a bell.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was just like, so many people just like comment on it. So
Yes,
yeah,
because it resonated with so many because
yeah,
they feel small. Like it is a huge, huge arena.
mm-hmm,
Big voices that have big followers,
mm-hmm,
a big following. And so it makes you kind of think, well, really, is my voice even going to stand out? Does what I have to say matter? And so there's a lot of people thinking along those lines, and you're
mm-hmm,
just like, I'm just gonna put my stuff out there and we'll just see what happens.
yeah,
And apparently you have a lot to offer. That went viral. That feels really good. That's a boost of confidence right there.
yeah,
How
yeah.
how does your family support you in this?
Um, no one else knows what I write beside my wife. Um, yeah, I don't really want to tell people what I'm writing because but if my uncle, I'm gonna tell him one day when I finish my book because it's gonna be about his mom. So I'm giving him a signed copy. But other than that, yeah, my wife is just like I don't think I'll read the Substack because it's kind of like a journal. So yeah, pretty much it's just me that knows it. So
Wow, that's really interesting.
yeah,
Yeah. Do you
but
read a lot to your boys?
yes, I read a lot
Okay.
to my boys. They're at the age where they're starting to learn more and start writing. So I'm excited
Mm,
to. The oldest one, he's going to kindergarten in like next week.
wow.
So starting to
The
get
oldest
ready.
one is going to kindergarten.
Yeah, next week. So
Wow. And you have three.
I have
Three under
three,
the
and
age. Wow.
a 3-year-old and then a 4 month. So it's been
Ooh,
hectic.
congratulations,
Yeah.
Beth. Yeah, not getting much sleep, right?
No. No.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, those are hard times. Well, it sounds
Mhm.
like you're real smart because I'm thinking out in initial conversation, you said you didn't learn English well, and then later on, you're saying that you were teaching English.
Yes.
So I'm
Yes. I was
thinking
teaching English in
he
China. Yeah.
must have mastered it a bit,
Yeah.
and you're
I
writing really well in English.
yeah. Um yeah, it's kind of like when you don't speak the language, you try to learn it. I feel like try to learn it more,
Mm-hmm.
to because
Hmm.
it's so much harder to learn. But I grandma said that something about me is like I can get like I wasn't my writing isn't like great because whatever, but it's because I can make people feel a certain way.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. They're connecting with you because they are experiencing or they have something
yeah,
that resonates with what you're writing. And
yeah,
that's what we want. We want to
yeah,
have some kind of impact,
yeah.
right? And I'm hoping that this will inspire a lot of
Me too.
women or who are grandmas
Hmm.
to really think about their relationships with their grandchildren
Hmm.
and to be more intentional about it because
Hmm.
here's the product of it. You don't know how that's going to impact you.
Hmm.
and how it's going to impact them. And I've heard many stories of grandmothers who stepped in when other family members have failed. And I'm very, very grateful for yours stepping in for you
Hmm.
and giving you this leg up and opportunity. And now it's just trickling out around the world. It's trickling down to your
Hmm.
children. I think it's
Yeah,
beautiful, Destin. I
it
really
is.
do.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best thing that ever happened to me. It's
Oh, I love it. I love it so
yeah.
much. Really appreciate you responding to my invite and allowing us to have this space to get to know you better. Is there anything else that you want to share with the Substack audience?
I just want to say Substack is my note. Substack is intimidating, but I think if you have something to write about or to say or just a voice, just go ahead and write it and then publish it. The ones that don't like your writing, they're not gonna like your writing, but there's gonna be those that enjoy it or like
Mhm.
you resonate with them, and they're gonna read, and it might change how you view yourself or just change you, in a positive way. So
Right.
just write and post it.
Yeah, what would you say to a Substack writer who has a very minimal
I would
following?
say I
Right.
would say just write about like what really matters to you
Hmm.
and what you like or what you like. Just write in general and just don't really think much about like what other people think because people are gonna have opinions no matter what. But there's gonna be you're gonna find the right people that find your stuff and they'll love it.
Yes, they
So
will. So,
yeah,
and keep going. And
keep
like,
going.
how do you feel about those that post and say, "Yeah, I don't have many subscribers. I wish somebody would read my stuff."
I
The
feel like
counting of the numbers.
yeah, the numbers game. I'm actually I'm doing an experiment right now. This is my next article.
Hmm.
You know those subscriber hack articles where they're like blah blah blah. I'll read, I'll write, I'll do this. I made a note about this like 2 days ago, and I'm gonna write about the article. And like they have people just go onto the thing and everyone just like posts a link to the article or whatever whatnot.
Yeah,
And there's like 1,000 people. There's no way you're
right.
reading all those articles.
No, no,
It's just like a way to push them to get
right,
more people.
right.
But I feel like uh, there's gonna be that in all social media. There's
Mhm.
people that come on there to try to game stuff or try to do this, try to because when there's money involved, people want to make money and they do stuff.
Right.
But I feel like there are also other people that really do write because they care about like people
Hmm.
in general or what they write about, and that
Right.
just because there's those other people, you should keep writing and don't
Exactly.
like yeah. You're
Right.
gonna be heard eventually. Someone's gonna read your stuff, and all it takes is like a few people, and then yeah.
Yeah. But even if you aren't heard, it's just such a beautiful practice, right?
It is. It
For
is.
you, for
Yeah.
yourself. Like
It
just do
is.
it,
Yeah.
say it publicly and just trust the outcome to be what it is. And if it
Hmm.
only benefits you, that's worth it, right?
Yeah. I mean, if it makes your life better, like it's still healing. Yeah.
Yes. Because you're bearing witness yourself to your own life and what has happened to you and how you've grown from it. And yeah, I think that's beautiful. And that's kind of my mentality too. Like, do you charge for your
No.
subscription? You don't?
For me, it's just it's because I want everyone. I don't want to put a payroll on stuff because one of the things for me, like I saw that bugged me was like, okay, so some people come on Substack to read and stuff like that, and then like there's like group chats that's you can paywall a group chat.
Right.
So if someone wants to say something, you just basically silence their voice. So for me, I just want to like off. There's no pay for anything, and like because I want to help people,
Right.
so I don't want to charge to help someone else. Someone could read my article at a time when they need something, and it really
Hmm.
help them out when in a dark place, and I don't want to payroll that.
Hmm.
So the best way for me, like to give back to me, so I can continue my stuff, is like to help me with my book later on when I write it.
Yes.
That's
So how do you write? Like, what is your routine?
so I every day I go when I it's weird. A lot of my stuff the ideas I get from writing is when I vacuum. This is weird, super weird. It's like when I'm vacuuming, it's weird because I put headphones on and like it's just me and I'm vacuuming. I'm always vacuuming because we have a big dog and he has a lot of fur and my kids play on the ground. So, but during that 20 minutes or whatever, is when I get most of my ideas. It's weird. And it would just be like something to write about, like the plate. I'll be like, oh, it's food. I should write about food. And I'll just write that down somewhere on my phone or something. And then I'll put it in like a a notepad, whatever. And then I'll expand it when I get to it. But I always want to capture something when I think about it because I find that if you don't do that, you lose it.
You do. It disappears, and you're like, where
Yeah.
was that great idea I had?
Hmm.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then I'll expand more. And I always want to bring in if it reflect on grandma and how she if what she basically asks myself how she would see
Mm,
it and
mm,
expand on that and then bring her in
mm,
and then have myself my inner self talk about it and have my
mm,
so that also when my children read it later, like what would they get from it? Which is the
mm,
main one of the main reasons why I write is what would they get from this piece?
mm, mhm.
Understand like a lesson or something. Basically, how she taught me.
Wow.
So,
So you're inspired when you vacuum. I've never heard that before, but I think it's great.
mm,
I understand it completely. I get inspired when I'm driving and I can't
mm,
write down. So I was like, send an email to me. Send an email
yeah,
to Kinsey. What's the
yeah,
scene like?
and
Please
I'll,
do it quick before I forget.
and then I'll also text my wife stuff if I'm not
Yeah.
vacuuming. Obviously, I'm driving or something. Like it just I'll stop somewhere. I was like, I'll text her before the idea gets like get
Yeah.
away. But it's
What about the writing process itself? Like, how complicated is it for you? Does it just flow? Do you rework and rework
um
it?
it it doesn't just flow. Some pieces it flows. Some pieces I have to go back to it because a lot of it's reflection of grammar. So I don't remember everything, but I've written down notes throughout the years with
Mm,
grammar. And I have like voicemails of her and stuff. So I go back and double check on some stuff I talk about
mhm,
because on the memory stuff I want to. It's also for me too. So I want to bring myself back into that memory. So. I would take up some notes and read about it. But in general, most of the pieces takes me a while because it's a lot of reflection, and I want to. There's also a craft in it because I want to bring a symbol, and then a mirror so people will read it and they'll see themselves in it.
mhm,
And
mhm.
yeah,
And I like that picture from the lion in the mirror. So it sounds like what you want people to see is that there's a lot more to them than they see
yeah,
themselves.
yeah. That one especially, I that piece I wrote about I got that a tattoo of that picture.
Oh, you
Yeah.
do?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
yeah, so that one's actually a tattoo, and I explain it on there. So
Have you posted the picture of that, a snapshot of that online?
yeah, it's
Is
the
it is
profile
it in there?
picture. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
profile picture of the piece. If you go there, that's
Okay.
my tattoo.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. You
but
know,
it's not the exact cutout. I had someone help me draw it. But it's similar to it. I think
okay.
the one she had on there was like a magazine cutout with a similar symbolic to it. Yeah.
Hmm. Wow, that's so
Mm.
beautiful. Well, thank
Grandma
you
loves
so.
cats, so
Oh, does she?
she's obsessed with cats. So
She's obsessed with cats and you're obsessed with lions. It makes perfect
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great conversation. I've really enjoyed getting to know you. This is going to be a fun experiment, I think. It's
Yes,
gonna be
it
good.
is. I never really got your name. Is it Kinsley?
Kinsey.
Kinsey,
Yes.
Kinsey. Okay.
Kinsey. Yes.
Okay,
Kinsey.
cool.
Without the L. Everybody wants to put the L on it.
Okay, Kinsey.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kinsey. Yeah. And my last name is Oglesby, which is such a mouthful. I just go by Coach Kinsey. It's so much easier.
Okay. Well, it
Yeah.
was nice meeting you, Coach.
Yeah, you too. And we'll be seeing each other online. I get down that Substack vortex, and then like hour and a half later, I come out and I'm like, oh my God, I really need to be doing something. And
Hmm.
it's just one after another. But I think the notes are as interesting as the articles,
They are. I can relate. Yeah.
really are. And it's like I can't read all of this. I just can't. But it
Hmm.
initially when I started, it's like, oh, this feels like the Sunday paper.
Hmm.
That was when we would stop and just read, we looked forward to it.
Hmm.
And initially, I was just kind of looking at Substack on Saturdays. Like that was my Saturday morning read. It was just
Mm-hmm.
kind of a lazy, that's my lazy day. I don't know that that's my lazy day, but it's the day I don't have scheduled
Mm-hmm.
appointments. And it was just so much fun. I'm like, these people are such good thinkers and such good writers.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be intimidating. Well, but no, you can't. You can't go there either. Um, and I don't know how you came across, but I have enjoyed reading your posts. I look forward to more and
Mm-hmm.
just keep up the good work. And I think we
Well,
love your grandma as much as you do now.
I hope so. Thank
Okay.
you for giving
You're
me this
welcome. I'm going to
opportunity.
stop the recording now and then.
Okay.
Wow. I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I did. I hope that you enjoyed getting to know Destin better. What stayed with me most was a little boy who was loved by his grandmother and how that continues to ripple onward today. I hope you will go and read some of Destin's work. And I'll be back soon with another writer. Bye, everyone.